beg your pardon. I'm looking for Mr. Harry Lillis Crosby.
Well, you've come to the right place.
Oh. Well, do you suppose he could come to the door?
Oh, I know he could. I've seen him do it hundreds of times.
Yes, I wonder, could you fetch him? Because I've got a very important message to deliver.
Oh, well, actually, I'm Harry Lillis Crosby. You could give it to me direct.
You?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, do you have any means of identification?
Where the blue of the night meets the gold of the day, someone waits for me.
Yes, I always thought it was when the blue of the night.
No, it's where the blue of the night.
Oh, are you certain?
Oh, of course. I've sung it hundreds and hundreds of times. When the blue of the night...
Ah, you see? You sang when?
I did. Yes, I did. Well, look, here's my driver's license. Check the name. Sure.
Oh, I see. Oh, you do understand, sir. I mean, I had to make absolutely certain, sir. Sir, if you'd been the messenger, sir,
yeah,
and I'd come to the door looking like you, I mean, what would you think?
Well, I'd be flabbergasted, I suppose. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, yes, here's the message, sir.
Oh, well, let me see this thing. Yeah, what is it? Sir Percy Crosby requests the honor of having his beloved relative, Harry Lillis Crosby, and family spend Christmas vacation at his estate south of London. Bring your woolies, your snuggies, and leave everything else to us, our SVP, Sir Percy.
What shall I tell his lordship, sir?
Well, you may tell his lordship that Harry Lillis Crosby will be delighted to accept his very kind invitation, in spite of the fact that up until this moment, I didn't have the foggiest idea that I even had a relative called Sir Percival Crosby.
Oh, well, sir, I mean, some people have all the luck, sir.
Oh, here's something for your trouble. Some people have all the luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bing Crosby's Merry Old Christmas, starring Bing Crosby and Catherine, Harry, Mary Frances, and Nathaniel Crosby, with Bing's guests, Twiggy, Ron Moody, Stanley Baxter, the Trinity Boys Choir, and special guest David Bowie.
And it's signed Sir Percy.
I don't recall us ever having any royal relatives.
Oh, Catherine, the Crosby lineage is literally laced with endless lists of dukedoms and peerages and personages of faultless bloodlines.
But, darling, you never mentioned Sir Percy Crosby before, did you? What branch of the family is he from?
There's really only one way to find out. Mary, hand me that book there, will you?
What is it?
This is a genealogical study of the Crosby family.
Is that like a family tree?
I'm afraid in our case it may be more like a scruffy old bush. But looking up the family tree, I can see.
You can see?
See our genealogy, all the names and faces, dates and places, telling where and when and who we are.
Who we are.
And how.
And how.
By now.
By now.
We managed to get this far. It's all here in black and white, verified, certified, cross-indexed, and referenced.
What's that name there?
Here, this one. This is my ancestor, Eric the Puce. He was a Viking.
Quarterback or running back?
No, he wasn't a Minnesota Viking. He was a Norse Viking. And he lived 12 centuries ago. It says here, there was a Viking, a Crosby Viking, a striking Norseman who was handsomer than most. He loved to pillage, to sack and pillage. Every village up and down the British coast. But while in Britain, the Isle of Britain, this lad was smitten by a lady young and fair. His heart was captured and so enraptured that he abandoned ship forever then and there. They were married and she soon gave birth to Helga, Sven, Bjorn, Big Ben, Winston, Jen, and Thor. They had so many children that the doctor moved next door.
But what about Sir Percival?
I'm coming to that. Soon there were children and children's children. The Crosby clan expanded all across the land. There was inflation in propagation. the population growth was almost out of hand. Each generation improved its station, and every nation soon had Crosbys by the flock. They made their way to Scotland, Ireland, Wales, and may I say that I've heard tales of Crosby's landing right on Plymouth Rock.
You're not suggesting that our ancestors came over on the Mayflower.
Well, Mayflower too, but first class.
That's different.
What kind of work did the Crosbys do?
They were a very active group. They did everything you could think of. There were sailors, jailers, whalers, tailors, men of high repute. In each profession was a Crosby.
Any singers?
Don't be cute.
You seem to have just about everybody represented there, darling.
Still no sign of old Sir Percy, and the book is getting thin.
I'm only up to 1850.
Oh, is that where you come in?
Here are Crosbys in the ministry, in art and science too. Crosbys in the cabinet and Crosbys...
In the zoo?
We had Crosbys in the military. Soldiers brave and true.
But where is Sir Percy Crosby, Dad?
I haven't got a clue.
You haven't got a clue.
No, not a one have you.
Well, I really hate to say it, but perhaps we're not related.
Not related to Sir Percy?
Don't you think that just might be?
I don't mind as long as Percival is somehow related to me.
Boy, I sure hope so. 6,000 miles is a long way to go for a case of mistaken identity.
Yes, sir. May I help you?
Oh, I hope so. We just come over from America.
Could I have the name?
Bing Crosby.
Every year, Dad sells millions of records.
Oh, I see a traveling salesman. Well, I'm sorry, sir, but we never buy at the door.
No, I'm not that at all. No, really. You see, there must be some misunderstanding here because Sir Percival invited us over.
Oh, the poor relations, of course. Forgive me. Do come in.
Thank you. Thanks for the plug, pal.
Oh, by the way, I'm Hudson, Sir Percival's man.
Oh, hi, I'm Catherine, Mr. Crosby's woman.
And I'm Nathaniel, Mr. Crosby's pride and joy. Pride and joy. I'm Harry Hudson, and this is my sister, Merrie Frances.
Well, allow me to introduce our staff. This is Mrs. Bridges, our esteemed cook. She's in charge of the kitchen, so if you have any complaints about her festive fare, please let me know.
Mr. Hudson, that's most uncalled for. Every Christmas I always pride myself on keeping a good table.
I agree there's nothing wrong with your furniture, Mrs. Bridges, just some of the food you put on top of it.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Mrs. Bridges, and I'm sure we're going to get along famously.
Oh, we will, Mr. C, like a house on fire.
Personally, I fail to see the charm of a burning building. Talking of burning...
Oh, crikey, me souffle. I've left it in the oven. Excuse me.
And this is Rose, our house parlour maid. She'll be in charge of all your personal needs, including your laundry, so if you have any special instructions, please let her know.
Not too much starch in his sweat socks.
Oh, bear that in mind, Rose. And say hello to...
Oh, I know. This is Mr. Hudson. What a thrill to meet one of Paul Whiteman's rhythm boys in the flesh. If you'll excuse the word. My auntie used to collect all of your gramophone records. Or was it Mr. Sinatra?
It was probably Frank. He was wild about my Whiteman period.
If I may be so bold, could I have your autograph for my auntie?
Sounds like a fair exchange. Where is your auntie?
Oh, don't indulge the wretched girl, Sir. Rose, be about your business. While you're here, sir, I imagine that you'll be indulging in our national pastime, the game of golf.
Just days.
May I suggest the Royal and Ancient Golf Club of St. Andrews?
That sounds great, Hudson, but I'm not royal.
No, sir, but you are a very fine golf player, I believe.
Hudson, I think you're putting me on.
In England, sir, we put on a stiff upper lip, but never the house guests. Now, if you'll all just follow me upstairs, I'll show you your bedrooms. Can I take that bag for you, mister? Here we are.
Hello. You the new butler? Well, it's been a long time since I've been the new anything.
What's happened to Hudson?
I guess he's changing.
Yeah, he does that a lot, doesn't he? I'm David Bowie. I live down the road.
Oh.
Sir Percival lets me use his piano when he's not around. He's not around, is he?
I can honestly say I haven't seen him, but come on in. Come in. But come on in.
Are you related to Sir Percival?
Well, distantly, yeah.
Oh, you're not the poor relation from America, right?
Ha! Gee, news sure travels fast, doesn't it? I'm Bing.
Oh, I'm pleased to meet you. You're the one that sings, right?
Well, right or wrong, I sing either way.
Oh, well, I sing too.
Oh, good. What kind of singing?
Well, mostly the contemporary stuff. Do you like modern music?
Oh, I think it's marvelous. Some of it really fine. But tell me, you ever listen to any of the older fellas?
Oh, yeah, sure. I like John Lennon and the other one with Harry Nilsson.
Ooh, you go back that far, huh?
Oh, yeah, I'm not as young as I look.
None of us is these days.
In fact, I've got a 6-year-old son. And he really gets excited around the Christmas holiday thing.
Do you go in for any of the traditional things in the Bowie household Christmas time?
Oh, yeah, most of them, really. Presents, tree, decorations, agents sliding down the chimney.
What?
I was just seeing if you're paying attention. Actually, our family do most of the things that other families do. We sing the same songs.
Do you?
I even have a go at White Christmas.
You too, huh?
And this one. This is my son's favorite. Do you know this one?
Oh, I do indeed. It's a lovely thing.
Come, they told me, ba-rum-pa-pum-pum, a newborn king to see, ba-rum-pa-pum-pum. Our finest gifts we bring, ba-rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa-pum-pum. Peace on earth, can it be? Years from now, perhaps we'll see. See the day of glory. See the day of goodwill. Live in peace, so peace on earth. When we come, every child must be made aware. Every child must be made to care. Care enough for his fellow man, to give all the love that he can. I pray my wish will come true. For my child and your child too. He'll see the day of glory. I see the day when men of goodwill live in peace again. Peace on earth, can it be? Can it be?
It's a pretty thing, isn't it? I'm sure glad you came by to work out on the piano today. I enjoyed it.
Oh, there you are, Mrs. Crosby. Come in and have a fly cup of tea. Oh, we've been so looking forward to your visit, madam.
Well, we've been looking forward to coming. Mr. Crosby and I are both confirmed Anglophiles.
Yeah, well, I'm Church of England myself, but live and let live, eh? Sugar and cream.
Black, please. You know, you've got quite a reputation, Mrs. Bridges.
Have I, madam? How's that, then?
Well, rumor has it that your culinary efforts can tempt the palate of the most jaded gourmet.
Oh, people can say some very cruel things. I'm really a very good cook, though I say it myself, I shouldn't.
What I really want is to sample some of your traditional English food.
Oh, and so you shall. I've made plenty of hamburgers and hot paps. And a special treat for the youngsters.
How thoughtful.
Tacos and burritos.
Lovely. What's bubbling away over here?
Oh, that's one of Sir Percival's favourites, creamed pheasant country style.
And you serve it stewed?
Oh, you got to. It tastes dreadful if you're stone cold sober. If you don't mind me saying so, madam, your Mr. Crosby looks as though he could do with a bit of fattening up.
Oh, I don't know, Mrs. Bridges. Bing tips the scales at 150 pounds.
Well, of course, the scales will tell you anything if you tip them enough, as Mr. Bridges used to say.
Is Mr. Bridges alive?
No, madam. 15 years ago, he went into the garden to cut a cabbage for our dinner and dropped dead on the cabbage patch.
How awful. What did you do?
Opened a can of peas.
Think Sir Percy will ever show?
Gosh, I don't know. Have you come up with anything yet, Mary Frances?
Well, not yet. This book leads down to the 1800s, but there's still no sign of the American branch.
Out of sight, out of mind, I guess. What about you, Nathaniel? What have you found?
Well, I found 2 horse thieves and a bigamist on Dad's side of the family, but still no sign of old Sir Percy. What about you?
Well, I did come up with one interesting thing here.
Mind if I play through? Oh, good news, good
hello,
news. What's
hello.
happened, chaps? What have you found out? Are we legitimate yet?
Well, we're looking, but we don't know. We did find, though, that Sir Percival's family have lived here since 1870.
Oh.
They bought it from Mr. C. Dickens.
Oh, you've done some good work, Harry. You keep going on like that, you can become another Monsieur Clouseau.
Monsieur Clouseau. Oh, merci, merci. Going to your room, are you?
Oui.
Oh, very good.
If you want to know the truth, the Crosbys actually bought the house in 1869.
Is that a fact?
Though I noted for fiction, that is a fact. As a matter of fact, I sold it to them. My name is Dickens. Charles Dickens.
The Charles Dickens?
That's a fact.
And you wrote your novels right in this very house?
You are standing upon the spot, sir, where David Copperfield was born.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had no idea.
If these walls could only talk, what a tale they could tell.
Seems to me I've heard that line before.
It's hard enough being clever. You don't have to be original.
Oh, but you were famous for your originality. All those wonderful characters in your novels. You just created them right out of thin air.
Out of thin air? You're too kind. Most of them were based on real people.
You mean there really was an Ebenezer Scrooge?
Of course. It was a neighbor of mine named Leslie Towns Hope. Very wealthy, but very, very, very tight. And he had an odd-shaped nose, poor fellow, shaped rather like a ski jump, if you can imagine that.
Hope you say. Yes, I can imagine that. Actually, I think I know a relative of his.
Really? People used to laugh at him all the time.
Oh, well, probably not related then. People rarely laugh at the Hope I know.
I'll get it, Mr. Atson. Oh, sorry, Miss Tradesman's entrance, if you please. We never take deliveries at the front door.
No, you don't understand. I'm your neighbour, Twiggy. Sir Percival asked me to bring these parcels around.
Oh, you're not the Twiggy what sings and dances on the television, the one that used to be a model?
Yes. Why, have I changed that much?
I'm ever so sorry I didn't recognise your voice. You used to have that diabolical Cockney accent.
Oh, yes, well, I had to get rid of it. It was holding me back.
I wonder if I could have your autograph for my niece. Her name is Elsie. I'll take those.
Thank you. To Elsie? No. Twiggy.
Oh, Tash, you'll be thrilled. You know, you probably could give Elsie some tips on deportment.
Oh, is she going to be an actress?
No, she's going to be deported. Look, why don't you go in and say hello to Mr. Crosby? He's in the library there.
OK, Rose, thank you. Bye-bye. See you later.
Bye, miss.
I beg your pardon.
Huh?
Which one of you is Bing Crosby?
That would be me, miss.
Oh.
And this is my spirited young friend, Charles Dickens.
The Charles Dickens?
How many Charles Dickens are there, for heaven's sakes?
Well, I've never met one before, but I'm very pleased to meet you, sir. I'm Twiggy.
Never mind, young lady, you'll feel better in the morning.
No, it's not my condition, it's my name.
I'm pleased to meet you, Twig.
Oh, I love all your records and films. I think you're great.
Thank you. Have you read any of my works, Miss Twiggy?
Yeah, I've read most of them.
Well, I am honored.
Well, they were required reading at school.
Oh, but you would have read them anyway, wouldn't you, Twiggy?
Well, I'm afraid it's not really good to lie so close to Christmas.
I like it, I like it. Which one was your favorite?
A Tale of One City.
No, it's a tale of two cities.
Oh, yeah, but I only got halfway through.
Ooh, I see.
You know, I love the way you write your characters. I used to imagine myself as them. The Artful Dodger, and Tiny Tim, and Little Nell. You made them all seem so real.
Oh, when it comes to prose, he's the Dickens.
Very witty. Mind if I use that one?
Be my guest.
You know, I wish I could take credit for my work, but the truth of the matter is this. When a writer writes his work of prose, he may plot and plan, but he rarely knows exactly how his characters will relate. He may work and weave his storyline and believe that all is going fine, when actually it's in the hands of fate. The writer writes his words upon the page. Then all too soon the characters take the stage.
I'm Ebenezer Scrooge, you remember me, a villain who was willing to do anything to be acclaimed and made the miser of the year. I'm rotten through and through, I am. That is why I'm here.
My name is Tiny Tim, you remember me. For Cratchit's son, I was the one who drew the sympathy. So weak, so meek, but through it all it's clear I'm sweetness through and through, I am. That is why I'm here.
I'm Scrooge, I did it all. I played the leading part.
It's Tim that they recall, I gave the story heart.
You're the star.
Yes, I am.
Ha! 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 Where would you be without me, Tiny? Just tell me, where would you be? I am the cause of your strife, Tiny. Your life is through me.
Without my innocent way, mister, you wouldn't be much. If you'll permit me to say, mister, you use me for a crutch.
Humbugs! I am the star of the plot. Kiddo, you are at best number 3.
But you're a nasty man.
I do the best I can.
But you will have to agree. People love me
only because they hate me.
Where would you be without me?
Let's face it, Tiny Tim, it's not just you and me. For Fagin and the Artful Dodger also disagree.
Where would you be without me, Dodger? Certainly not there on top. I am the robber supreme, Dodger, the cream of the crop.
You were out robbing for pence, Fagin, Tim, I sweeten the pot. And if I had any sense, Fagin, I'd drop you like a shot.
Really, show some respect for the king, Dodger.
I am the best there can be.
You couldn't be much worse.
How come I pinched your purse and you did not even see?
'Cause I taught you. Where would you be without me?
Where would you be without me? You think we are unique, the way we fight and yell. Well, I have heard it's just as bad with Quilp and Little Nell.
Well, would you be without me, Nellie? I was so misunderstood. True, you were noble and shy, Nellie, but I made you look good.
Will you never a prize winner? You had no inner fire. You even died like a rat, drowning while I chose to expire.
Everyone knows this is my story. I can't see why you can't see.
Fagin and Scrooge, and you haven't a clue what's true. You've got some ego, you three. Can't face it.
Where would you be?
I'd be up a tree.
Oh, what would you do?
I'd throw things at you. Where would you be?
Where would you be?
Where would you be?
Where would you be? Where would you be without me?
Where would I be without them?
Here, do you think it's all right for us to be up here?
I'm positive. Hudson said that we had the run of the house. Oh, would you look at this doll? It must be at least 100 years old.
Oh, isn't she lovely? Oh, look at this exquisite music box.
What does the card say?
Ooh. It says Christmas 1927.
Hello? Anybody home?
We're up here, Daddy. Watch your step.
Boy, Bertie's team must have trained here from Mount Everest. You find anything interesting?
Lots of things, especially that music box. I'm gonna go get some polish for it.
Okay. That's a pretty thing, isn't it? What does the card say?
To my dearest Evelyn, though I must travel to America, my heart shall always be with you in England. Ah. Here, see if you can see what the rest of it says.
When you play this music box, think of me, and I'll be with you in spirit. Sweet. Christmas future is far away. Christmas past is past. Christmas present is here today, bringing joy that will last. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. Next year all your troubles will be out of sight.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. Next year all your troubles will be far away.
Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who were dear to us, gather near to us once more.
Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow.
Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and
I wonder if they ever got back together again.
No, I like to think they did. But, you know, you can write your own ending.
Who, me?
Sure.
Who do you think I am, Charles Dickens?
No, not at all, but you don't have to be Charles Dickens to express opinions about people and their feelings. Love and loneliness, just as painful and just as beautiful as they ever were. Whether you're a novelist, poet, or even a songwriter, it's all in the way you say it.
Dolphins can swim. Oh, nothing will keep us together. We can beat them forever and ever. Oh, we can be heroes just for one day.
Honey, what kind of Christmas message would be appropriate to send to my cousin Sally Pat?
Is that the one that just had the triplets?
Twins. They ought to be a couple of months old by now.
Oh. How about this? May your holiday season be merry and bright, and once in a while a real silent night.
Oh, that's cute. May I use it?
You got it.
Do you think Sir Percival will ever show up?
Oh, it's a cinch. After all, us Crosbys are famous for two things.
What two things?
Well, first, observing the rules of etiquette.
And doing whatever they please.
You see, 50-50 chance that Sir Percival will arrive.
Oh, there you are, Sir Percival.
What? Where else would I be, Hudson, having just rung the bell?
True. Won't you come in, sir?
I shall be most gratified to proceed to participate in that particular proposition.
Excuse me, Hudson, did I just hear the doorbell?
Indeed you did, madam. Permit me to introduce Sir Percival Crosby. Sir Percival, may I present Mrs. Catherine Crosby?
Why, my dear Miss Catherine, I hope I don't appear presumptuous when I say I feel I've known you for a long time.
I was about to say the very same thing.
Sir Percival, I presume.
Precisely, Sir Percy Crosby. And you must be the one they call the groaner, the bingle, the poor man's Frank Sinatra.
Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, I guess. And are you really Sir Percival? The one the family describes as the missing link?
Why, I wouldn't go quite that far, my dear fellow, but I will accept black sheep as an appropriate appellation.
You know, I just can't get over the uncanny family resemblance between you two.
Gad, I must confess you have the Crosby eyes.
And you have the Crosby smile.
I detect the Crosby charm in you.
And I can see the Crosby elegance in you.
And I can see the Crosby Blarney in both of you.
My dear Catherine, I think we're going to hit it off just splendidly.
Isn't it warm?
Isn't it rosy?
Side by side.
By side.
Thoughts in a storm.
So comfy and cozy. Side by side.
By side.
Everything shines.
How sweet. Side by side.
By side.
Parallel lines.
Who meet side by side.
By side.
Everyone winks.
Nobody's nosy.
Side by side. By side.
You make the drinks.
And I'll bring the posy.
Side by side.
By side.
One is lonely.
And 2 is boring.
Think what we can keep ignoring. Side by side. By side. Friendship forbids anything bitter.
Side by side.
By side. For being the kids as well as the sinners.
Side by side.
By side. One's impossible, 2 is dreary.
3 is company safe and cheery.
Side by side. 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 How do you like that for atmosphere? Here we are in an English country home on the moors, and a storm coming up.
Oh dear, I'm afraid that is no storm. That's Leslie, our family ghost, preparing to appear.
You have a ghost? Tell me more.
Yes. Well, in medieval times, he was a court jester.
Oh?
Poor fella died laughing at one of his own jokes.
Right here in this room he died?
He died everywhere, but he still can't resist an audience. Put 2 people together side by side, and hope appears upon the scene.
Hi, this is Leslie. The spirit is willing hope. I want to tell you how thrilled I am to be coming to you live on this ghost-to-ghost hookup from the library. Library, it's Grant's tomb with leather bindings. But no kidding, I'm really crazy, you know, about these rambling old places. You know, they got an east wing and a west wing. How about that? 2 wings. If it gets cold, I can fly south for the winter. I can fly south for the winter. Funny? Yeah. Ah!
Tell me, don't you find it a bit scary, all alone in this big empty house?
You mean you never played vaudeville? Well, now that I'm here, I guess we could have a little fun, eh?
Sure.
I mean, after all, I'm the one thing without which no Christmas is complete.
You're so right, Leslie. Every Christmas needs a turkey. You've been in show business for a long time?
Oh, are you kidding? I did troop concerts during the Crusades. Oh, those Saracens really went wild for my act.
Wouldn't let you go, huh?
Well, they did after I apologized.
Oh, Leslie, why don't you be a good fella and show us how you dematerialize?
Hey, Bingo, who's your friend, The Exorcist Part 2?
This distinguished gentleman is Sir Percival Crosby. Through his generosity, myself and my family are spending Christmas here.
Oh, generous? Yeah. Why, this guy is so mean he has rubber pockets so he can steal soup.
Oh, Leslie, I just have the feeling that I've met you somewhere before. You remind me of the fellow that I worked with. I carried him, in fact, for about 35 years.
Oh, really? Was he a singer, too?
No more than he was a comedian.
No more than...
Do you sing?
Oh, do I sing? I got the kind of voice that goes straight to your heart. Doesn't do your stomach much good either. Want to tag along?
I'm game if you are.
Year after year, older and older, side by side.
by side, sharing a tear
and lending a shoulder.
Side by side, by side.
One's impossible, two is dreary.
Three is company, safe and cheery. Side by side, 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 side by side. Well, can you travel, you fellas?
Oh, I can make it, yes.
Can I ghost it? Absolutely. Oh, Hudson! Hudson, there you are. What's that sound? Those some more of your ghosts.
Oh, no, sir. Those are the boys of the Trinity School Choir. They've come a-caroling.
Oh, I see.
Shall I send them away, sir?
Send them. You think I'm Scrooge? Invite them in. If there's any one thing that says Christmas to me, it's the sound of caroling, or the sound of bells.
Then bells it shall be, sir. Boys, do come in.
Oh, what a good-looking group. Merry Christmas.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Oh, we have a lot of fun.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Oh, what fun it is to ride
In a one-horse open sleigh.
Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, tingling, jingling. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
Lovely weather, sleigh.
Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening?
in the lane. Snow is glistening.
A beautiful sight. We're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland.
Gone away is the bluebird.
Here to stay, we got us a new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland.
Jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle around the clock.
Mix and mingle in a jingling beat. That's the jingle bell.
That's the jingle bell.
That's the jingle bell rock. That's the jingle bell rock.
City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air, there's a feeling of Christmas.
Children laughing, people passing, meeting smile after smile. And on every street corner, you hear silver bells, silver bells, silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, ring-a-ling, hear them ring, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. I heard the bells on Christmas Day, the old familiar carols play, and wild and sweet the words repeat of peace on earth, goodwill to men.
dead, nor doth he sleep. The wrong shall fail, the right prevail, with peace on earth, goodwill to men.
Herald the news to old and young, tell it to all in every tongue.
Really, I guess Christmas has a way of calling up the best in people. It's a time to review your blessings, to renew your faith, to share the warmth of the season with the new, the old friends, with family. It's a time of joy and closeness. A time to look back with gratitude at being able to come this far, and a time to look ahead with hope and optimism to a future day when there'll be peace on earth and goodwill towards all men. We wish you all the blessings of the season and a dream to place under your pillow to see you through the cold nights. Until next time,